took a little persuasion to get her to give rugby a try, but once she did, Julie Foster found it was a perfect fit. A great athlete, Foster had begun playing hockey on boys' teams while living in Calgary. She switched to ringette, but when she moved to Regina, she resumed playing hockey, finding a home on a women's team despite still being in elementary school.
So I was about 11 years old, and they were all 18 to 40, so it was a big age gap, but they were very welcoming, and a lot of those girls that I played on that team also played football. And a couple of my friends, Leanne, said, you should come try rugby. And I was just like, I don't know. Never knew anything really about it. I'm not trying your silly sport type of thing. And then, it took a while. So I think I was about 21 when I was like, okay, I'll try it. And I was hooked on it after that.
From the first time she held a rugby ball, Foster was a natural. Her speed, vision, toughness, and smarts translated perfectly to the rugby pitch.
Julie Foster in pursuit and brings her down.
She said, you got to pass the ball backwards, you got to run forwards, and I did that, and I think the coach just said, you're going to be playing for Canada. Like, I caught on so quickly, but I played football. I played every sport. It's in my brain. Like, I don't know. It's just something like math is to others, sports is to me.
Within a year, she was longlisted for the national team and represented Saskatchewan at nationals, the first of 21 straight years on the provincial team. It took her a few years to break through for a spot on the national team, but she was a mainstay for Canada from 1996 to 2006. She played 44 games for Canada, and when she retired, only 3 other women had played more times for Canada. She played in 3 IRB Women's Rugby World Cups, helping Canada reach the semifinals each time. Foster was also part of Canada's first Sevens team to play at the prestigious Hong Kong Sevens tournament. Foster's competitive nature helped her succeed throughout her sporting career.
I think I take everything I do seriously. So, I'm very competitive, and I got to win. Don't like to lose.
Before she began playing rugby, Foster was focused on hockey. She played for the Canadian national team in 1993 at the Winter Olympic Festival in San Antonio, Texas, where they played the Americans twice in the Alamo Dome, and Foster scored a goal. Women's hockey would make its Olympic debut in 1998 in Nagano, and Foster was part of the player pool and paid her way to several camps in Calgary, but wasn't able to crack the national team roster for a major tournament.
I had about 3 or 4 shots at it, and then I just had this feeling they weren't going to pick me after that, so I focused more on rugby after that.
When the University of Regina formed a hockey team in 1998, Foster joined them as an assistant coach. A year later, she returned to school and began her university hockey career at the age of 30. She played 4 seasons with the Cougars, reaching the national tournament 3 times and being selected as a CIS All-Star in 2000. All the while, she was taking university classes and playing rugby with the national team.
Because I hadn't been to school for years, so you start playing hockey when you're around 30. So now you have to adapt. You own your own house. I had school, hockey, and then work, so I was working, and then you also have the rugby teams. It was good. It was hard to balance, but I don't know. You just do what you do.
After her playing days, Foster has given back to the grassroots of her sport. She returned to help coach the Cougars hockey team for another 2 decades. She helped form the Regina Rage Rugby Club in 2008 and served as their coach. She has coached provincial rugby teams at the youth and senior level. She's coached high school and university rugby teams, and she began working as a rugby official in 1995. She received the Colette McCauley Award in 2011. It's a national award recognizing rugby players that give back to their province. She said she takes a lot of pride in sharing her experiences with the Saskatchewan rugby community.
I think it's coming back here from being all over the world, being coached by many people, and bringing that back to the province and giving back to Saskatchewan.
It was tough sledding for women's rugby players in those early days. There were some creative fundraising efforts and a lot of money spent out of pocket by the players. Now, the Canadian women have won Olympic silver medals in rugby sevens, the World Cup is televised, and Foster said she feels pride seeing the current generation continue to move the sport forward. She was honored for her long career as the 5th woman ever inducted into Rugby Canada's Hall of Fame in 2018.
I was actually quite shocked. I would have figured it wouldn't have happened for a long time.
Foster is the first rugby inductee in the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame, but she is sure she won't be the last as the sport continues to prosper. She said it's special to be honored by her home province.
I really can't believe it because I never really thought of even playing the sport, and to be sitting here with you, talking to you, knowing that I'm going in. But I don't know, it's pretty exciting. I think it's a great thing.
Installed in the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame on September 20th, 2025, Julie Foster.